Welcome everyone, I'm King of Valence, and thanks for watching the Spore Galactic Adventures speedrun. This is the Bahaha 500 time trials completed in 20 seconds. Normally we have to run on foot, finding the shortest path to beat the adventure. Instead, here we are flying across the entire racecourse, heading directly towards the finish line, making as few adjustments as possible to minimize our travel distance, passing as close as we can to the mountain, heading right to the end, jumping into the finish line, and the adventure ends as soon as we arrive. And our final time on the in-game timer shows we beat the Bahaha 500 time trial in 20 seconds. This is done using a launching technique first used in the speedrun by LevicusX, which allows us to completely bypass running through the adventure. To get the launch to work, we first need to pause, pressing tilde on the keyboard, then press and hold W for forward. While holding W, press space for jump, then let go of forward and unpause. And that's all it takes to launch our captain across the map. We can get different exit velocities and launch angles between attempts, as the time holding down the jump button can impact our launch speed. With a quick tap on jump, we usually get a weak launch. Still pretty fast compared to locking though. However, with a long hold on space, for about a second or so, we can go a lot faster and a lot higher. While in the air, we can hold forward and steer our captain with right click. Unfortunately, the arc on this launch is too large and ends up taking about 24 seconds to complete the adventure. So we need to launch somewhere in the middle, giving us a flatter arc that brings us directly towards the finish line. The super launch only requires that we have a captain with at least level 3 jump or the jump jet equipment. No wings or any other parts needed. Thankfully, the racer captain provided to us for this adventure has feet with level 4 jump. Captains with only level 1 or 2 jump will just hop in place and won't launch. However, getting the perfect trajectory isn't the only challenge when speedrunning this adventure. At the start of the time trial, there's a starting gate on a countdown to line up all the competitors that lasts for about 5 seconds that we can't walk past. However, thanks to Duco, who found it was possible to clip through the starting gate using the launching technique. Here in the adventure editor for the Bahaha 500, we can see there are 3 red gates that will despawn after 5 seconds. I'll make the red gates visible to show them in the adventure and walk into them to show they are completely solid. We can restart, and right at the start of the adventure, we can pause and perform the launch technique, and we pass right through the gate. We don't clip every time, and sometimes we appear to have made it through, but we get rubber banded behind the gate. Spore is checking our position every frame to see where we are, but if we are fast enough, we can slip by the gate before the game can recognize we were supposed to have collided with the gate, and we will get through. For example, GA Sprite Pauk found that if we purposely slow down the game's frame rate, that will make phasing through the gate much more likely. Since we are still traveling at the same speed, but Spore isn't updating as often, we won't end up colliding with the gate, allowing us through. So the perfect speedrun needs to first get lucky in clipping the gate, and getting lucky that our launch angle sends us right to the finish line. Without the super launch and clipping through the starting gate, the Bahaha 500 takes about 1 minute and 30 seconds to complete just running through normally. So being able to take the time down to just 20 seconds is pretty incredible. Massive thank yous as well to Average Mailman and Error for their research into this speedrun and explaining all these tricks to me. I also recommend checking out all the other Galactic Adventures speedruns, and let me know if you'd like to see more Galactic Adventures in the future. Thank you so much for watching, I'm King of Valence, and I'll see you next time.